The republic for which it stands, one nation.
Mayor.
One nation.
Mayor.
Here.
Commissioner Keith.
Here, 6.
Here.
Commissioner Keith.
Here, 6. Okay. And whereas the team Will Holloway, Jenkins, Master, Chad Laxton, Will Holloway, Jenkins, Master, Chad Laxton, Jake McCrew hereby acknowledge and commend. Hey, anytime, y'all.
Cut off.
We're culling him.
Back and some language in the personnel policy, thank goodness, but they are, we have sergeants, captains to, or someone has to, we have sergeants, captains to, or someone has to miss a whole week. They owe us that much. Questions, I'd be glad to.
Is this more? Okay.
Yeah. Right.
That correct.
Second.
Several months ago, I approached the commission about, which gives us who's going to be the highest bidder. We loan it to this gentleman, Mark.
No, I mean the biggest law firms,
Pleasantly surprised when I saw it.
Municipalities and
mostly in city attorney,
And this doesn't,
municipalities and
mostly in city attorney.
and this doesn't,
so negotiate.
Acting businesses that we desire to develop.
City of Chattanooga.
Okay.
foreman on the job a lot of times. So building a building and he took care of foreman on the job a lot of times. So building a building and he took care of pretty much. So the last third and
On the buildings, and I think this is a great. This board is adamant. I wanted to mention we had a great chief, This board is adamant. I wanted to mention we had a great chief, over 6.
Working with 600 something, but those, you saw it. Yeah, I don't, that's what it is. I'm proud of the guy, Mayor.
At opening day for the Kids Club, well-deserved awards. Believe it me, if you hear his story, for the Kids Club, well-deserved awards. Believe it me, if you hear his story, that stuff is next Kids Club, that go to Chad, finishing touches, people say, well, and we're thankful for that. So that's pretty cool. And with that being said, I know that we had talked in our workshop, are we fixing to have an events committee get with the Parks and Rec board or Parks and Rec person?
next week, I believe.
Okay, I just know that some of them that I thought were on there had mentioned they hadn't heard anything, so I was just gonna bring that up, because if I don't tell you now, I'll forget about it, and just double check that they got notified. And then I was gonna piggyback off what Commissioner Bean said too about the transparency issue. You know, I get fired up, and I'm trying not to all the time, and we get audited. There's nothing to hide in Soddy Daisy. There's nothing to hide about where your money goes in government. Anybody can, it's a FOIA request, it's federal law, it's a state law. You can come up here anytime and get every record that we got. It might take a minute, but you can get it. You probably only got to pay for it. I don't know how the law reads, but I can promise you guys, there's nothing, when you sell that garbage on social media, that's what it is, it's garbage. And why people get on there and spew garbage, especially about people that try to do the right thing, this city staff, all of them work their tail off, they try to do right by our citizens. Don't buy into that mess. It's always been that way. Come up here and get any record you want. Nobody's hiding nothing. But it does get a little disheartening. I don't care about me. I signed up for this, but these folks that work here, try to get honest days, working honest days pay, they don't need to see that mess. But I do appreciate everything they do, and thank goodness we're live streaming. Thank goodness we are putting that stuff out. I'm thankful for that. I think the more informative we can be, that'll tamp some of that down. But anybody's doing that, they just don't understand the law, or they don't care. They just want to be drama queens. And then last thing I'll say, I had someone approach me about potholes. If you have an issue, and since it's being live streamed, I want to get it out there. If you have an issue with a road and there's a bad pothole or something, sure, you can come to anybody on this board. We'll try to make a phone call for you, but we're gonna have when you come to us, we're gonna turn around. we're probably not gonna call Steve. We're probably gonna call City Hall, say, hey, there's a pothole up here, we went and checked on it, it's at this location. They've got software, those ladies will put it in the computer, it will get followed up on, and it will get taken care of. Just, you know, if it ain't, if you call it in on Monday and it ain't done on Tuesday, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna get fixed. If it's something that's dangerous, please let them know when you call in, and give them an opportunity to use the tools that's in place to help stay on top of that. And also, you know, sometimes I call up here in Rays Canaan, they can only do what they can do, you know, and there's always usually, if it's not already been addressed, there's always usually something pretty legitimate behind why it hasn't. So that's all I got, Mayor.
Commissioner Keith?
It's pretty well all over by the time it gets down here to me, but anyway. I wasn't able to get to the kids club Saturday. I had kids club at my grandkids Saturday, so, but they do a great job down at kids club, and there's a lot of improvements going on up there, and kudos to Steve's group. I see them installing signs and stuff up there, so there's gonna be some new signage up there on both sides of the road. They've taken that one eyesore down, well, they've taken both eyesores down, and it's gonna be a lot nicer when they put the new ones up. They've got the footings and stuff dug, and looks like they're getting ready to pour concrete if they ain't already poured it. I ain't been by there today. Do what? We poured some. Poured some, yeah, I haven't been by there today, but, very nice, new restroom facilities. There's a lot of things going on in this city, and Steve's got a lot on his plate, and he done a great job on this building. This is a beautiful building. It's gonna be great for the community. So, shop local, and that's all I got.
Okay, I got a phone call this afternoon. They asked me to ask about addressing getting events on the city website. Last weekend, they had a Sale Creek tournament down the south end, and it wasn't on our website. And they said that the kids club thing was not on our city website, but it was on the Facebook and stuff, that they're having a big event up there. We just need to make sure we got somebody that's committed, Kara, somebody that gets this stuff out so that people can see what all, you know, is going on this, because,
I spoke with Kira today. Kira actually missed all last week, been out with an illness, and so she spent pretty much all week catching up, so. But I did speak with her today about starting to put some stuff on the front page of the website, some city events, some updates, like we did on Facebook, but do it on the website as well. And if, sometimes I don't always know when Sale Creek's having a tournament at the south end, so it's hard for Kira to know.
Yeah.
So we just need to do better communicating on that.
and also, I don't know if anybody knows or not, but they've had tax reps at the Daisy Senior Center for what, 2 months now or better?
On what?
The tax reps.
Yes, yes.
And they're still there to the 15th. I went down there. I used them a little over a week ago, and I sat down and talked to them, and they'll do it for anybody, you know, young people, middle-aged, older. They just don't do like businesses. If you sold property, stuff like that, that gets a little bit harder because they're you know, watched by the IRS and all that, and they said, you know, that they'll still be there to the 15th. If you got something like that, need your taxes, just go by the senior center and just see if they've got any vacancies on that. And the other thing, are we having a budget workshop on the 14th?
Yes.
At 9 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll just be in place of our regular
Right.
commission workshop. We'll just have a budget workshop that day, and I will advertise that on next week.
Any recalls? Meeting adjourned.
Good meeting.